Zealots are the only thing that is there to defend, and Zealots are not very effective against Vultures. So, very exciting event here. Command Center about to finish. Again, Mind is really stuck with this build. This is the build he's very comfortable with. He's very, he feels very safe doing this, and I think it is an effective build. He has beaten Stork once with it already, but I think if Stork doesn't make any mistakes at all this game, like he did not make any mistakes at all that last game, it's going to be very difficult for Mind to recover. Or I should not say recover, but actually push and take his opponent out. This is the first time these players have ever played on these maps in a, in a game where it counts. It's exciting to see how their builds will unfold. Stork doing 3 different builds on all 3 of these different maps. On the other hand, it looks like we are not seeing the same from Mind. Mind is, in fact, very comfortable with this build that he's doing. Looks like Stork could be coming around to the top for a possible attack on this northern side of the expansion. So the Dragoons are now taking out these mines, and the shuttle could rush in here and drop onto some tanks with the Vultures that are, the Zealots that are inside. Here they come now, moving in here. The shuttle will go down, but it looks like it was in fact enough. He has pushed his opponent back very far, and the command center can be sniped. He's going to have to do everything he can to try to repair that. And I'm not sure if Stork is going to be able to actually take it out now. And it looks like he has, in fact, managed to save the command center, but at what cost? A large chunk of his army has been picked off. Mind did lose a lot of siege tanks, which is going to make that push pretty ineffective. And another expansion is being taken by Stork. We didn't get a shot of it on the screen, but on the mini-map I did see a large group of Stork's army trigger a Vulture by spider mine, and it did take a lot of damage. Now he's coming around to the bottom. Mind is going to try to sneak out again. See what he can't do. Maybe he can take out some probes. Here comes some Vultures now moving around. Going to go to the top. I'm not sure if there are cannons there or not. And there are not, and the probes are going to have to retreat, but the Vultures are taking out a lot of probes, and it looks like only one managed to survive to tell the tale of Mind's terrifying Vultures. And he has planted a few mines and is now going back, and indeed there were cannons there, but they were not completed, and more probes have been taken out. Mind continuing to deal so much damage in this series with his Vultures. He's even going to take out that last Zealot before he backs out. So that has really given Mind a lot of momentum this game. He now could push and be very effective. Stork having a hard time against Mind's Vulture harassment. The moment that he feels that Stork does not have enough units to secure everything on the map, or that he feels that his opponent's units are mobilized, he then immediately comes around and starts harassing with some Vultures. And he's doing a great job of it, I have to say. Here come the Vultures. They might be bumping into some more of Stork's units, but no, they instead go around to the side again. When is Mind going to push? I'm assuming he's waiting for the 200 supply limit to be hit. Here comes some more Vultures zipping around here. But planting a few mines, he may go for the probes, and indeed he will. While Although most of what looks like, okay, he's got what looks like could be every single probe at the expansion. And now even managing to escape. No, he's not. Excuse me. They all died. But that doesn't matter because Stork does not have that many probes, and it looks like Stork may not be able to get out of his group or even get out of this this match if he can't come up with something fast. Now Stork has finally decided to take this expansion over here at the well, I guess the double gas expansion closest to his main. However, if Terran pushes that, it will be very easy for Terran to take it out, and I think that might be the key point that Terran will opt to push for. And wow, it looks like Stork might be losing too many units to a few mines now, too. Yeah, it sucks to be you guys. So again, Stork is now pushing down. He wants to do some pressure to this expansion over here, and it looks like, yes, he will. Here he comes now, but backs off. It was probably a wise decision, too. Had he lost any more units, Mine could have countered with a very, very deadly push. And once again, Templars with Storm are the choice. They're the unit of late-game choice for Stork. He does not tech right away to the Carriers or the Arbiters, as most Protoss players do. It looks like at least a fraction of Mine's army is mobilized, and it looks like he may be now pushing, and indeed he is. The inevitable push. We can only assume that Terran is at least over 160 food supply, possibly even maxed out, and now Stork is going to have to do some type of a counterattack. He probably cannot engage this directly, and if he does, it could be very bad news unless he gets perfect storms off. Here it comes now, and again he will back off instead. It looks like Mine will have managed to gain position over this expansion. Okay, well, the expansion on the low ground that Stork is trying to secure. Here he comes now, trying to move in here. But Siege tanks are in large numbers in the back. And few storms, though, could make it very easy for these to be taken out. And indeed, perfect storm blanketed over everything that Mine has. Not everything. There's a large army still down here. But another great storm makes it very difficult for, well, for Terran to push too much farther forward. If Stork has replenished his army, we could see another turnaround. I cannot believe how good those storms were. That was a very dangerous procedure that we saw back there. But Mine still has so many units, and picking off this stray Archon, maybe? Not sure. Well, it looks like, yeah, he will. So, here come the rest of his units now. It looks like Mine is going to try to back off, but he's going to leave. Well, he's not detected that DT there yet. Mine is frantically attempting to macro and gain his position, sieging up over here at this expansion. The DT is on the move, but he sees the blur and scans. And as you can see, Mine is doing a great job of pushing forward. That expansion command center is in a bad location. It is not going to be mining from there very efficiently. That's the first time I had seen that. I can't see the bottom of the minimap right now with the screen, but we're going to get that fixed after this. So Mine is really starting to gain a lot of momentum. Here comes some more Vulture Bikes to help complement these tanks. Now backing off, but Stork does have a lot of units. But I think the ridiculous number of Vulture Bikes over there is going to make it too difficult for Stork to do anything, and I cannot see Stork winning this game at all, especially after losing so much of his army. And in fact, it looks like Mine will be the player who will come out on top this game, as a stream of yellow is now moving across the map. And look at this, more vultures coming over here to take out these cannons so that they can then, in effect, take out these probes, but back off, because Dragoons have chased them out. I just don't know what Stork can do to recover from this. He should not have engaged that army directly. He should have ran around.